So let's talk about something that happened in Ukraine recently. Imagine waking up to air raid sirens, not just in one city, but all across the country. That was the reality during a massive wave of Russian strikes. But this wasn't just another attack. It involved a new and, frankly, deeply worrying weapon that could really change the course of this conflict.
And this was a huge, coordinated bombardment. We're talking from Lviv, way out in the west, all the way to Kryvyi Rih in the south. Multiple Ukrainian cities were hit at the same time. In the capital, Kyiv, the assault went on for hours, leaving people completely sleepless and on edge.
So before we get into the advanced tech behind all this, I think it's really important to take a moment and understand the immediate and very real human costs of these strikes on the ground in Ukraine.
In Kyiv alone, the mayor, Vitaly Klitschko, he confirmed that at least 4 people were killed.
And on top of that tragic loss of life, at least 19 other people in the capital were injured as this combination of missiles and drones just slammed into the city.
And these strikes weren't just aimed at military objectives. Not at all. Civilian infrastructure got hit hard. We're talking residential buildings, a shopping center, even a health facility. It also knocked out power and water supplies in parts of the city, causing major disruption and, raising some pretty serious questions about the targeting strategy.
The correspondent on the ground also reported a really chilling military tactic being used, something known as a double tap incident. This is where the same target is hit twice in a very short period of time, a tactic with absolutely devastating consequences for anyone trying to help.
And this tactic has a tragically human cost. One of the 4 people killed in Kyiv was a paramedic who had rushed to the scene of an initial strike, only to be killed when that exact same location was hit a second time. It's just a clear, horrifying example of the immense danger faced by first responders.
Now, beyond the immediate human toll, what made this wave of attacks particularly alarming was the introduction of a new weapon system. This represents what the correspondent on the ground called a most worrying development.
Russian military sources themselves actually confirmed they had launched what they called a massive strike with a powerful hypersonic missile, and its name? Oreshnik.
So what exactly is the Oreshnik? Well, it's a rarely used, high-speed, medium-range ballistic missile. Let's kind of break that down. High-speed, or hypersonic, means it travels at over 5 times the speed of sound, which makes it incredibly difficult for current air defense systems to intercept. Then you have medium range, which means it can be launched from hundreds, if not thousands of miles away. It's this combination of speed and range that makes it such a formidable weapon.
And the threat doesn't stop with its speed. We also have to consider its payload. These missiles can be fitted with very high-powered explosive warheads, and, according to the source, they can even carry nuclear warheads. Now, we don't know what was on this particular missile, but that capability alone marks a significant escalation.
So why use it now? According to Russian sources, the Oreshnik was deployed against critical facilities in Ukraine. It's believed that among the targets were critical gas storage facilities far in the west of the country, near the Polish border, which seems like a pretty clear attempt to disrupt Ukraine's energy infrastructure.
This all brings us to the bigger picture. What does the deployment of a weapon like this signal? Is this a dangerous new escalation? Let's take a look at the strategic context here.
The timing is pretty noteworthy. This attack came right after Moscow had increased its rhetoric, branding Kyiv and its allies an axis of war. That statement gives us a little glimpse into the political atmosphere that may have precipitated this whole thing.
So this brings us right to the central question. What does the use of this new missile truly signal? Is Russia simply testing a new weapon in a live conflict? Is it a calculated political message, or could it represent a fundamental shift in their military strategy?
Because deploying a brand new high-powered weapon like the Oreshnik isn't just about destroying a single target. No, it's a clear signal of a significant development in the technological and strategic dimensions of this conflict. It demonstrates not only a new capability, but also a willingness to use more advanced and, potentially, far more destructive systems.
And that leaves us with a really critical question. With powerful new weapons like the Oreshnik now confirmed to be on the battlefield, how will the very nature of this war change from here?